let's talk about 3 Premiere Pro editing shortcuts on your keyboard that you need to know to speed up your editing process like 10, 20, 100 times. I promise you it's going to save you so much time when you're editing any project. First things first, you're gonna wanna go up to Edit and then Keyboard Shortcuts. This might be different on Mac, it could be under File. However, we're looking for 3 different shortcuts and then I'll show you what they do. Number 1 by default should be Q. It's Ripple, Trim, Previous, Edit to Playhead, and then W, which is Ripple, Trim, Next, Edit to Playhead. And then lastly, not by default, I changed mine to the letter C because I can use the same left hand to do it. It's Add Edit to All Tracks. I think normally this is like Control-Shift-K or something like that. It's way too complicated, so definitely change it to something easier for you. There are so many more keyboard shortcuts and things that you need to know, but today we're just doing 3. So the first one is that Ripple Trim to Previous, that's the Q. What this is going to do is essentially delete the left half of the clip you are selected on editing so that you can easily just immediately delete the previous portion of video you do not want. So if I'm editing, looking at this clip here, and I didn't like the first part because it was a little bit wiggly, and I also zoomed out a little bit, I would just go to a spot where I like it to start, and then I like that little bit of water that splashed. So I'll start right before there, I'll hit the letter Q, and then it deletes everything before that point so that I don't have to deal with, cutting it with this and then select and then delete. It's just so much more work. So that's number 1. Number 2 is W, that Ripple to Next Playhead. That one is basically the same thing, but the opposite. So essentially you'll see where you want your clip to end. So we'll start there and then maybe you want to end right there. So we'll play to that point and then we'll hit W and it deletes everything on the front half of that clip. And it's only the clip you're selected in editing. And it also will do audio as well. So whatever is below that or above that, it will delete everything. So we can go through quickly, just edit a few things back and forth. I like that, I like this. I can go through, quickly get the edits of these clips down. You can drag it, delete, drag, and then like, boom, like you're done. Like you've got all of your edits really quickly edited and complete, which is really fast. Like you can just push through a real quick edit like this, just literally watch through the edit, click Q and W until you have every clip sized to what you want. This is also going to be way faster than going through and actually going, I want it to start here, I want it to end here, and then I'm gonna drag it in, and then maybe it's not perfect enough. It's gonna be quicker than that. But sometimes what I do is I'll go through and generally select the area of clip that I want, throw it in there, throw all my clips together, and then go through and make it, more defined. This way, it's a very quick process. Now, the last shortcut is the letter C that I changed it to. That is make an edit to all clips. So essentially what this will do is no matter how many clips you have stacked on top of each other, and whether you have, audio of multiple clips here. So I've got a few clips here and you could even add extra audio if you wanted to. You go through and you hit the make edit to all and it'll cut every single clip in that line, no matter what, unless it's locked. And then you can go ahead and just select those, delete it, and then you're done. That is another way to do it. But again, you could use W and Q, but sometimes you don't want to delete things before or after the clip. You just want to cut it in a certain spot for a particular reason. And this is a really good way to make a cut to all of them instead of going through and hitting cut on every single one. So those are the 3 tips that I use on a daily basis when editing that are definitely going to speed up your editing process. Feel free to check those out. Super easy and simple. And that's really it for today. And I'll see you guys on the next one.